Good evening, everyone. It's the 8th of October 2012. We have a large weather system that looks likely to impact or set to impact South Australia, Tasmania, Victoria, New South Wales and southern Queensland over the next few days. So I thought it'd be easy if I did a few videos, forecast videos this week instead of trying to do multiple text. This video is forecast is for South Australia, Tasmania and Victoria as the first half, then followed by New South Wales and Queensland in a secondary video. A few people have been asking newsfeed, how do we show HSC newsfeed all the time? Where you've clicked liked, go to the page and it says show in newsfeed, just here, make sure that's checked. And also there's a tab beside it, you can drop that down and add HSC to an interest list and your page favourites. Right, so you can do multiple things to make sure that you get warnings, pictures and all that sort of thing that show up all the time. Basically there's a lot of people, there's about 2/3 of HSC followers that mustn't have this checked because our average posting only hits 10,000 out of 34. So yeah, that's why we ask people to like and share. The way that Facebook works is the more likes, the more shares, the more comments, the further Facebook pushes it without having to pay. Okay, so we'll move on. Okay, so we'll go on and we'll have a look at the 500 millibar temperatures. Now these temperatures are at about 18,000 feet. Blue area is very cold, and this is at Wednesday at 4 AM. You can see down below Australia here there's a -32. It's very cold. This is forecast to be pushed up towards the north, okay? It impacts over Tasmania on Wednesday, clips southeast, South Australia also on Wednesday. It affects Victoria on Wednesday. But it does go on, and you can see it firmly in place, the cold pool of air, which is -34 there, firmly in place over Victoria. And what does this mean? We'll go on to the forecast in a minute, but I just thought I'd run through with you the significance of this cold low. Well, I'm calling it a super low because I haven't seen a low for quite a while, or a long time, with this sort of temperatures track up over land, especially through New South Wales and southern Queensland, to possibly produce snow up in northern New South Wales later on, but we'll concentrate on these areas. You can see the blue shading, and then on obviously Thursday afternoon it's still affecting Tasmania, Victoria, alright, and it's firmly over New South Wales. If we move on now to the 850 winds, they're at about 4,500 feet, or around about 5, or it's in the lower part of the atmosphere. You can see here again at 4 AM on Wednesday morning there's a big cold pool of air here below the bight in the low levels, so it's both upper level and low level. Now if you progress through with that one also, it moves towards the east and then northeast, so that's Wednesday afternoon. It's impacting around South Australia, southeast South Australia, Victoria and Tasmania as well. So cold in the low levels, which means you'll start to feel that on the surface as well. Right, so it also moves up into New South Wales on Thursday morning. It's firmly in place over. You can see the area on the shading on the map anyway. Tasmania, Victoria, South Australia. Thursday morning, Thursday afternoon, it's still lingering over the area. We'll go on to what have we got here? We'll go on to the rotation. You can clearly see the upper level low pattern there. That's winds, okay, circulating around like this, drawing all this Arctic air up around the back of the low and around the top of the low. That's Thursday morning. You can see where it's positioned there quite well. Very, very strong winds through the middle part of the atmosphere as well. We're pushing 95 knots through certain areas, which is way up over 150 k's an hour in the mid part of the atmosphere, so the air's certainly moving with some great speed there, which helps to force this cold air up and around. We'll go on to the rainfall. I'll focus in on the states that I'm talking about. So you can see here it clips obviously South Australia with some rain, up to 25 mils there, right on coastal areas. Victoria, okay, looks like you're going to do quite well around the coastal areas through here, up to 50 mil in southeast Victoria. And Tasmania also is going to do quite nicely out of this with, up to 25 mil there on the west coast, a little bit more protected and sheltered on the east coast. This is a bomb chart, by the way. If we go on to GFS rainfall totals, it's showing much similar. 25s, South Australian corner, 50s across the coastal areas of Victoria if you're lucky, mostly 25s, and Tasmania 25s west coast, tapering off on the east coast. We'll go on to the other two states later. Move on to the state forecast. Okay, people say, oh, the bomb are not saying what you're saying. Well, they don't say everything that I say, and I don't say everything that they say either, but they're onto it quite well. It's a large system. All of the computer models have it, not in exactly the same position at exactly the same time, but they all acknowledge a very large scale, a cold low, all right, low pressure system, cold trough, low front, whatever you want to call it. It's cold. It will bring to, what have we got here? South Australia are loaded up first. Okay, so Wednesday, scattered showers with isolated thunderstorms, with small hail developing over agricultural area in the day. Small hail due to being very cold. Again, thunderstorms because of very cold air mass. All right, southern parts of pastoral districts. Cool to cold with fresh to strong southwest winds extending throughout. In October, we're up here. Okay, so yeah, you'd expect southern areas, South Australia, Victoria and Tasmania to get the odd cold pool move through, but certainly not up into New South Wales and Queensland like we'll show in the next video. Thursday it still hangs around, scattered showers, small hail over southern ag areas, extending into pastoral areas, Eyre Peninsula, showers easing and contracting south in the evening. Again, cool to cold, fresh to strong, southwest winds. It's going to be the order of this whole system. Cold. Get your beanies, get your gloves, get your blankets, do whatever, but light your fire. Okay, Friday for South Australia, it's starting to back off a little bit. It's starting to ease up, definitely there by Friday. If we move on to Tasmania, and again, obviously it starts there Wednesday, scattered showers in the east, clearing later in the day. Okay, here we go. Showers increase in the west later in the evening. Snowfall's down to 700 metres. Cool to cold at first, then a cool day. Then light to moderate southwest winds tending westerly and becoming locally fresh again Thursday. Scattered showers, isolated, that's in the west and south. We spoke about the west and south. Showers falling as snow down to 800. Central and northern down to 500. Alright? And then lifting in the south to 800. So very low snow levels there for Tassie. 500 metres. Thursday. Cool to cold. Locally very cold at first. Cool to cold day. Fresh winds. Alright, so... And then again on Friday, snow falling down to 800. Tasmania's going to get a nice blast as well. Victoria, Wednesday. Scattered showers. Tending more widespread over parts of the south. We spoke about more rain towards the south around the coastal areas. And obviously the northeast. Local hail and thunder possible. HSC Kat's down there. She's going to get a nice blast this week. She'll probably have some photos to share and some reports. Mainly in the afternoon, showers falling as snow over Victoria down to 1,100 metres. Eastern Ranges, but down to 800 metres over the Grampians. Wow. That's some pretty crazy shit. A cool to cold and partly cloudy day with light to moderate southwest winds. Okay, scattered showers, local hail, thunder. Thursday again, widespread. Showers falling as snow, 700 metres. That's when that cold pool is smack bang over Victoria. Look out, here she comes. And then scattered showers and blah, blah, blah. Alright, so South Australia, Tasmania, Victoria are going to get, a big winter surge, and it's, well into October. Definitely a winter blast there. Some rain, hail, snow, down to low levels, cold mornings, frosty. I wouldn't like to live down there. I can't say I don't like living down there, I haven't, but many people do, but I'm too used to my Queensland warm weather. I'm sitting here in a singlet and shorts right now, and that's me. Alright, HSC Admin group becomes very busy. Little quick peek behind the scenes. We have Grant's photo as our banner. Okay? It's a wicked photo as our little HSC banner. Grant's in here. He's posted something off the wall. There's an interesting picture that's been linked. I'm in here. Video forecast tonight. Okay? We all let each other know what's happening. I put up a heads up this morning as to who is ready. Okay, we know what's going on, and there is a multitude of activity going on behind the scenes at admins. It's never ending. Posts. I think one of the posts in here has 80 comments. Alright, so we work very hard just to keep things cruising along, keep everyone up to date as much as possible. I have, on the wall, I have locked down posts by others, okay? We are getting absolutely hammered at HSC we had private messages being hammered and then the walls being hammered. What I'll do is I'll open up the wall for various postings for pictures. I'll say, okay guys, if you've got any photos of this, this and this, the wall's open, post. We'll then share and it'll get locked back down, because at the moment the page is becoming far too big. We do have a lot of admins, but we all have lives as well. And we do our best. And we're just getting too busy on wall as well, so I've locked that down just temporarily for now. But of course, bang anything into comments. At least then we know we can go into comments and go, okay, what's happening? Who's in here? What questions? Don't forget, if anything is massive like this event, is share. This last one here has had 644 shares, 500 people like it, and 284 comments. Something about Higgins storm chasing, which I'm getting sick of telling those who support it. We don't support HARP here. We don't support chemtrails. Okay? There are other pages, websites in the world, many of them. For you people, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with you. Everyone has their beliefs, as do I. Okay? But HSC admins and HSC site does not support these conspiracy theories. We don't want to know about it. So unlike the page and leave us alone. Because if you don't, and you comment, you'll be blocked and banned. We don't want to have to deal with you. Alright? I'm getting sick to death of it. Actually really pissed off. So please don't come onto the page and go, just because this cloud formation looks like this, it's chemtrails. Or this cold low is HARP, caused from HARP. Alright? Don't want to know about it. Shitting me off. Thanks everyone for watching. This was the South Australia, Tasmania, Victoria update for the big super cold low coming through. And I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll continue to update you on page.